Hello students, myself Suresh VS. Welcome back to my channel. Let us continue lesson, the summer of the beautiful white horse. In the last class we have seen that Aram fell down from the horse and the horse started running wildly without any control. Murad came running by and asked the Aram to find out the horse immediately. Take the page number 5. My cousin Moran came running down the road. I am not worried about you, he shouted. So he shouted, I am least worried about you. We have got to get that horse. We have to get that horse fast. We have to catch that horse fast. You go this way and I will go this way. So he directed Aram to go one way and Murad moved through another way. And he gave an instruction also. If you come upon him, if you find out him, be kindly. I will be near. So be kind with the horse, I will come fast. See, Aram continued down the road and my cousin Murad went across the field towards the irrigation ditch. So Aram ran, through the road and Murad went across the field and he went into the irrigation ditch, irrigation canal, because he expected the horse might be there. It took him half an hour to find the horse and bring him back. So within half an hour he found out the horse and brought the horse back. Alright, he said, jump on. After bringing the horse, he said to Aram, hey Aram, anyhow we got it. You jump on, you get upon the horse. The whole world is awake now, what will we do? The whole world is awake. The whole people are awake now. We are already late. Then I asked, what will you do? Well, he said, we will either take him back or hide him until tomorrow morning. That's his plan. There are two options. Either give back the horse to the real owner or hide the horse. So he said that we will do one thing. One of these things. One, what is that? We will give back the horse to the owner or hide the horse somewhere till tomorrow morning. He did not sound worried and I know he would hide him and not take him back. But Murad looked not at all worried. He was not at all in tension. And I knew very well that he was going to hide the horse and not take him back. He was not going to give back the horse. Not for a while, not for a short time. I was definite about it. At any rate. At any rate means whatever happens. Whatever happens, he was not going to give back the horse even for a short time. That I was sure. So I asked, where will we hide him? In that case, where will we hide the horse? I know a place, he said. How long ago did you steal this horse? How long ago did you steal this horse? That means Aram was somewhat sure that he had stolen this horse some days back. For a long time, the horse was with him. It suddenly dawned on me that he had been taking these early morning rides for some time and had come for me this morning only because he knew how much I longed to ride. It suddenly dawned to me. It suddenly realized to me. That means I realized fast. I understood fast that he had stolen this horse for a long time back. And every day morning, he has been taking the horse for riding. And he came to me today only. He came to me only this morning because he knew very well that I wished to ride very much. I wished to ride the horse very much. So that he brought the horse today morning to me. I understood. Who said anything about stealing a horse? He said. So did anyone tell about stealing a horse? So he wanted to know from Aram that whether he came to know about the stealing of a horse from anybody else. Anyhow, I said, how long ago did you begin riding every morning? He wanted to know that. So you tell me, how long you have started riding this horse? Every day morning you are riding this horse, that I know. So when did you start it? Not until this morning, he said. Hey, not until this morning. We started it this morning only. Are you telling the truth? I said. So I was really doubtful. So I asked him, are you telling the truth? Of course not. No, not at all. But if we are found out, that is what you want to say. But if anybody find out, you have to answer such a way. This is the answer you must give. You have to answer them that you started riding this horse only this morning. I don't want both of us to be liars. So I don't want both of us to be liars. It's right only. So actually, Aram started riding the horse that day morning only. He is telling the truth. All you know is that we started riding this morning. So all you know that we started riding this horse this morning. So you have to tell, if anybody asks about it, that we started riding this horse this morning only. Alright. Aram agreed. He walked the horse quietly to the barn of a deserted vineyard. The barn means a large building for storing grain. So a large building, you see that stocking or storing grain is called a barn. So he took the horse to a barn where it was of a deserted vineyard. Vineyard means a plantation of grapevines is known as vineyard. So there was a vineyard, a deserted vineyard which is not used by anyone. Okay, a lonely vineyard which at one time had been the pride of a farmer. So you see that one time it was used, one time it was a self-esteem of a farmer named Fred Vijayan. And you see that Fred Vijayan is the owner of this farm. And before you see that it was really active and it was really a cultural land, and it was a pride of self-esteem of the farmer known as Fred Vijayan. So he has taken the horse to such a deserted a farm, or we can say that a barn, a storehouse for grain. There were some oats and dry alfalfa in the barn. So when they went there, they saw that there were some oats which is used to give to the horse, and also alfalfa. Alfalfa, it's a kind of grass or a plant which is used as a fodder. So there were some oats and alfalfa in the barn. Maybe it was kept by Murad. He is every day feeding the horse. So we began walking home. After keeping the horse there, both of them started going back or walking home. It was not easy, he said, to get the horse to behave so nicely. So on the way, Murad said to Aram, it is not easy to make a horse understand, or we can say to get the horse behave so nicely. That means you see that the horse did not behave nicely with Aram. So Murad said it is not easy to make a horse behave nicely with anyone. At first it wanted to run wild. So always you see that the horse, what it will do, it will try to run in an uncontrollable way. It will run wild. But as I have told you, I have a way with the horse. But as I told you in the beginning, I have an understanding with the horse. I know how to deal a horse. A good understanding with the horse. I can get to want to do anything I want it to do. So I can make a horse to do whatever I want it to be done. Horses understand me. See, horses really understand me. How do you do it? So Aram really, now before he had the confidence, he lost the confidence now. So he asked the Murad, how do you do it? I have an understanding with the horse, he said. See, I have an understanding with the horse. Yes, but what sort of an understanding, I said. So Aram couldn't understand what kind of understanding it is. You tell me. A simple and honest one. It's a very simple and an honest one. Well, I said, I wish know how to reach an understanding like that with a horse. Now, Aram also wants to, yes, make such an understanding with a horse. He also wants to ride the horse like Murad. So, I wish I too learn how to ride the horse or make an understanding with the horse. You are still a small boy, he said. Dear Arab, you are still a small boy. When you get to the 13, you will know how to do it. When you come to the age of 13, you are small. When you come to the age of 13, really, you learn it. I went home and ate a hearty breakfast. I went home and there I had a very good breakfast, hearty breakfast. That afternoon, my uncle Kuso, already we discussed about Uncle Kuso. So that afternoon, Uncle Kuso came to our house for coffee and cigarettes. He sat in the parlor. Parlor, you see that sitting room. He sat there in the sitting room and you see what he was doing there? Sipping and smoking and remembering the old country. And he was sitting there and smoking as well as drinking alcohol. At the same time, he was recollecting, remembering about his old country, old village. Then another visitor arrived. On that day, another visit was there. We had another visitor. Who was this another visitor? A farmer named John Bayer. He is another important character in the story. So he was a farmer. His name is John Bayer, an Assyrian. You see that a native of Ethiopia is known as Assyrian. He was an Assyrian who out of loneliness had learned to speak Armenian. Actually, he did not know Armenian. So, in order to remove his loneliness, otherwise he could not speak to anyone this place. So, in order to remove his loneliness, solitude, what did he do? He learned Armenian language. So, my mother brought the lonely visitor coffee and tobacco. So, mother was really hospitable, and you see that she brought coffee and tobacco for him, and he rolled the tobacco into cigarette and sipped and smoked. He also joined with the Kuso, Uncle Kuso, and started smoking as well as taking the drinks. And then at last, sighing sadly, he said. At last, sighing sadly. Sighing means taking a long breath. After taking a long breath very sadly, he said, my white horse which was stolen last month is still gone. He declared, my white horse which was stolen last month, you see that? It is still gone. I didn't get it back. I cannot understand it. He is searching his white horse everywhere, which was lost stolen in last month. He couldn't get it until now. My Uncle Kuso became very irritated. After hearing that, Uncle Kuso, you see that he is a crazy man. He was really irritated. He became angry and shouted, it's no harm in it. What is the loss of a horse? What is the matter if we lose a horse? Is it important? Haven't we all lost the homeland? All of us lost the homeland. Our native place, now you are talking about the loss of a horse. What is the importance of that? Why is this crying over a horse? Why are you crying over a horse? He shouted. That may be all right for you, the poor man said. That may be all right for you. A city dweller, because you are a city dweller. You are dweller means inhabitant. You are living in city. So for you it may not make any trouble to you. To say John Byron said, but what of my sarai? Sarai means a horse-drawn carriage is known as sarai. So what about my sarai? The carriage is lying there. What good is a sarai without a horse? Without a horse, the sarai will not have any use. The sarai will not be useful. The horse-drawn carriage will not have any use, he asked. Pay no attention to it, my Uncle Kuso roared. Immediately Kuso shouted, pay no attention to it. I walked 10 miles to get here, John Byron said. You see, in order to reach here, I walked 10 miles. You have legs? Okay, no problem. What is the problem in that? You have legs to walk? My Uncle Kuso shouted again. My left leg pains me. You see that? I have pain in my left legs now, the farmer said. Poor man. Pay no attention to it, my Kuso. Yes, Uncle Kusu's brought. Again, Uncle Kusu shouted, no need to give any attention to it. That horse cost me $60. You see that? What is the cost of that white horse, beautiful horse? $60 it would cost. The farmer said, I spit on money. I don't give any importance on money. I spit on money, my Uncle Kusu said. He got up and stalked out of the house. Now he got up from the seat, from the parlor, and he started moving out of the house, slamming the screen door and closing the door loudly with a great noise. He may be angry as well as disappointed. So there is no use of talking to Koso. So he walked out of the house. My mother explained. That time my mother said it to him. He was a gentle heart. He is a very nice man, a kind-hearted fellow, she said. It's simply that he is homesick. You see that he is simply not feeling at home. He is not feeling at home. He is homesick. And such a large man. He is such a very big man. But even then, you see that he is homesick. He has memories about his home. He is very sad. That's why he behaved such a way. She told to Uncle Kuso. Dear students, I wind up here. We will see the last part of the story in the next video. Thank you. Thank you for watching it. Please like and subscribe.